That greeting at the door of this Port Angeles restaurant will now have to follow up with a vaccine confirmation.
I think we turned away maybe 2 different parties that were upset about it.
The North Olympic Peninsula health officer announcing that starting today, bars and restaurants in Clallam and Jefferson counties are required to ask patrons to show proof of vaccination before letting customers inside.
We got 2 days notice, and so it was kind of a scramble just for us to understand what we were required to do.
But overall, Mike French, who owns First Street Haven Restaurant, says most customers have been understanding.
So in the long run, I think that this is probably going to ensure that we can stay open more reliably. And, so on that level, I do support it.
But it's a different sentiment over at Next Door Gastro Pub, now forced to serve up controversy with their food. The owner, Jacob Opelt, sending Q13 News a statement saying in part that the mandate will cut their customer base in half in the midst of Labor Day weekend. He says today some of his patrons, even those who are vaccinated, were upset over the mandate because they feel it's a constitutional violation.
I'm still a little surprised and disappointed that we have to get to this point.
Port Angeles resident Kevin Murphy says he may be disappointed that bars and restaurants are now put in this position, but he says it's worth it. And French agrees.
Our county is having 80 to 100 cases a day and 2 or 3 deaths a week.
Again, that was Hannah Kim reporting. We should mention Mike French, who owns the First Street Haven, is also a Port Angeles City Council member. So not only is he speaking as a business owner, but obviously also as a local politician.
And this comes as mask requirements are getting even stricter here in Western Washington. Starting tomorrow in King County, masks will be required when indoors or even when you are outside if it's a gathering of 500 people or more. Pierce County's rules kind of identical to that to King County, except they go into effect on Tuesday there, and these guidelines apply to everyone regardless of vaccination status.